we're joined by Linda Groot of Worldline. Linda, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'm really happy to be here, actually.
Fantastic. Well, to kick off, we'd just like to ask you first and foremost a little bit more about your role at Worldline.
So I'm the global head of hospitality, meaning that I'm leading a team of 8. And together we take care of all the payment solutions for the global hotel chains.
Okay. Hospitality has been under the spotlight, particularly in the last few years, I suppose, more than any time recently. So can you tell us a little bit more about what the biggest opportunities and threats for this particular sector are at the moment?
Yeah, for sure. So to discuss about the opportunities for the coming years, we first have to have a quick look back at what happened the last 2 years, because
Absolutely.
This is something we cannot forget. We went all through this COVID period, and I mean, the hospitality merchants have suffered greatly. Today, they are still facing some big challenges. And I mean, the biggest challenge they are facing today is the lack of labor force. And even though the travelers are coming back, we see that the occupancy rate is increasing very quickly. This challenge is still here. And the best solution to maintain their service level, I mean, quite high, is to digitalize as much as possible. And this is for now, but it's also for the future. They can, for instance, they can use an app service where they will have all the services just in one app. It goes from check-in, check-out to ordering foods and drinks, or maybe book a concierge service or book a spa, for instance. But I mean, they can also choose to go for second options, which is chatbots. And chatbots can, for instance, be used to bypass the front desk and allow a keyless check-in, for instance. And those both solutions will reduce the workload on staff, and the hospitality venues will be able to do more with much less. It will also improve the customer experience, while the hotelier is being more efficient. He's reducing costs, but he's also increasing his revenue per guest. And I mean, after COVID, that's the most important now. And when they go for digitalization, they will also have another very interesting thing that they will benefit from, which is the valuable analytics they will get. And I mean, this is very important for the future for them.
Okay, and so would it be fair to say then, you've touched on a lot of current trends and things like that at the moment. Would you say it's fair to say that post-pandemic, the hospitality kind of business strategy, the approaches by different businesses have become far more digitalized at a much more rapid pace?
Absolutely, but we do have observed some different key trends as well, because we just talked a bit about the challenge of the hoteliers, but the guests have experienced some challenges as well, because let's be honest, I don't think that the hospitality sector is ever going to be back to business as usual. This is just not going to happen. The guest expectations have completely changed. Hoteliers have worked very hard in the years before COVID to get loyal guests, for instance. And the COVID has completely disrupted these loyalty programs.
Absolutely.
So we have been observing actually 3 key trends. And the first one was get creative with offerings. This get creative with offerings, we saw it with the sentence work from home. I mean, everybody knows it, work from home. But this is not the only possibility, because some hoteliers were really creative in the offerings, and they offered a possibility to work from hotels across the globe, actually. So they offered a full immersive package. And this is what I call really adaptive and creative offering. The second key trend that we've seen is the flexible changes and the cancellation policies within the reservation.
Right.
This is something guests have been used to during COVID, and this is not something they want to let go of. The third key trend is the adapting loyalty programs, because we've seen that it's not only about collecting points, for instance, or just get discounts. It goes far much further than that, and it's personalized. So that is what we have observed post COVID. We have also seen that the landscape demand is completely changed, and the decision making is not anymore on only pricing, location, or amenities, for instance. It has gone much further than that. And even when I go to book a holiday, for instance, I don't go to look for pricing or location or amenities in the hotel, for instance. I just check the wealth and the hygiene of the hotel. Or I go and check the cancellation policies, or I even go online to check the ratings. So we've seen that the decision-making has been completely changed. And it's more important for guests now to have a frictionless check-in and check-out, or to be able to pay maybe in a very safely way.
Okay, I just want to go back a little bit, because I think it's really important when you mentioned this topic of personalization. I know that certainly when I'm booking a holiday or any kind of experience in the hospitality space, I really want to know that my individual needs are kind of being taken care of. So absolutely. Can you tell us a bit more about the significance of personalization as part of the overall guest journey? So, what role does digitalization, etc., have to play within that?
Yeah, for sure. So, of course, the significance of personalization, first of all, is just getting to know your guests. And by understanding what your guest needs, the hoteliers can organize targeted marketing activities. And this way they can upsell their own services, but they can also improve the customer journey. And they will just offer what the guest is looking for.
Okay. And again, we keep sort of going back to this idea of digitalization and the kind of acceleration towards that kind of method of doing things. But I suppose there still are elements of the more traditional kind of offline experience to integrate. So what would your advice be perhaps for merchants who are looking to better integrate online with offline so that they provide a more omni-channel kind of experience to guests?
Yeah, for sure. So the best strategic approach is to offer just a unified customer experience across all the channels.
Okay.
The customer journey, it starts always online, and then it continues face-to-face, and it ends again online. And that is something that most people will forget about, that there's an online survey. So they go from online face-to-face back to online. Yeah, so it is really key that the hoteliers are offering a personalized experience, and that they offer also as much contact channels as possible. And this goes the same for the payment methods.
Linda, can you tell us a little bit more about the tools that Worldline specifically offers hotels and restaurants who are looking to assess and enhance their performance?
Yes, of course, because Worldline is having a dedicated offer for hospitality industry, and this product is called Hospitality Suite. It is actually a full service offering, and it covers really all the payment needs. It is also very easily integrated within the reservation system of the hotelier, and it covers all the use cases. So it goes really from pre-authorization to top up to subsequent billing for no-shows, for instance. And it's really designed to connect all the sales channels and create an omni-channel experience for the guests. And tokenization is one thing that's very important in this product as well, since it will allow a 360-degree view on the guests for the hotelier. But I mean, Worldline has a really broad catalog of products, and I would recommend all the hoteliers to just get in touch with us, and together we will find the right solution for his challenge or for his needs.
Let's just sort of focus on the future, I suppose, then, as just a way to wrap up the interview. How can payment innovation, obviously innovation is going on across the board in every industry right now, but how can payment innovation specifically support the hospitality industry as it recovers, I suppose, from the pandemic and looks to grow?
I must say that I do think that the future has already started. A couple of years ago, we've seen the module Pay by Link rise up, and I do think that this module will evolve in the future. So we all know this module because it's just sending a link to a payment link actually to the guest. And I do think that the evolution of this module will be more in the integration of this module into the reservation system, for instance. But we will see also other modules that will start to rise up, like automated payments through chatbots, like I said earlier. Yeah, but we can see also the group payments or even a virtual assistance, for instance. So, and one innovation that's bringing a lot of curiosity today is actually the biometric payments. So we've started discussions on the facial recognition and the fingerprint recognition. So I really hope that this is something that I can discuss further with the merchants. We're still in the beginning steps, but I do think that this is the future because this will reduce the frauds. It will facilitate and accelerate payments.
Fantastic. Well, Linda, that's really fascinating. Thank you once again for joining us.
Thank you very much.